As a history buff, two of my favorite places to visit in the United States are Mount Rushmore and the Crazy Horse Memorial. But if you're going to be out in that part of the country, you definitely want to stop in to Rapid City, South Dakota and Quilt Connection Etc. Founded in 1876, after John Brennan and Samuel Scott came here to this area in the Black Hills of South Dakota looking for gold. Instead, they founded a city, and now that city has grown to be the second largest in the state of South Dakota. But Rapid City is also known as the City of Presidents, and that's because on nearly every street corner here in downtown, there's a life-size statue of the Presidents of the United States, including my friend here, Founding Father James Madison. Once the railroad arrived in 1886, Rapid City became the gateway to the Black Hills mining region, and it continued to grow and become the regional center for commerce, culture, transportation, education, and healthcare. Today, Rapid City, South Dakota is the epicenter for a long list of attractions, such as bison watching at Custer State Park, multiple caves to explore, national parks, the largest motorcycle festival in nearby Sturgis, and of course, the Crazy Horse Monument.
In 1948, sculptor Korzak Zolkowski, with direction from Chief Henry Standing Bear, began the project to carve a statue of Chief Crazy Horse. He was a fierce warrior, leader, and chief of the Ogallala Band of Lakota Sioux.
When complete, the monument of Crazy Horse sitting atop his steed will be an astounding 563 feet high by 641 feet long, and a long-awaited tribute to the Native American Indian tribes. With all the things to do around Rapid City, it really was more of just a drive-through for people that were on their way to see the monuments or the national parks or the caverns. That was until the year 2000, when a bronze statue of Abraham Lincoln was placed downtown temporarily. So many people stopped in the downtown area to see the statue and even take selfies with the statue that the city got together and decided, what happens if we put all the presidents down there? And the project of the presidents began. Over the next 10 years, all the presidents up to that point were added throughout the downtown area, all the way up to President Clinton and President George W. Bush. Then President Obama's statue was added in 2019. And of course, when you're visiting all the presidents of the United States downtown in Rapid City, South Dakota, make sure you stop in and say hello to Quilt Connection Etc.
My name is Ann Meisner. I own Quilt Connection Etc. in Rapid City, South Dakota. We have been in business since the late 90s.
Has the shop always been in this location?
No, this is the third location in Rapid City. It actually started in Buffalo, South Dakota, which is 120 miles north of here. Right up by North Dakota border. And then as kind of a turn on it, almost 4 years ago, I opened a second store in Buffalo.
Oh.
It's a ranching community. Buffalo, South Dakota. There's a lot of people get it confused with Buffalo, Wyoming or whatever. But in Buffalo, South Dakota, it's a ranching community. The sign says 350 people, but it's a huge quilting community. I started out taking singer sewing classes in the summer. We used to have a little singer store here in the 50s. And my mother was not a seamstress or a sewer at all. So she sent me to school in the summer. And every summer I went to sewing classes. Dabbled in the quilting, but didn't get serious about it until about late 90s, I would say.
You've obviously been running this shop for a while.
Yes.
So what would you say is your favorite thing about running a quilt shop?
Oh, the people that come in that you get to visit with. And meeting them from all over and helping them put a project together. We love it when we help them pick it out, and then they come back and show us. That's really, a lot of times you don't get to see the end result. And it's nice to see that you don't pick it for them. You just pull so they can make their decisions.
Right.
And it's really nice to see things come together that way. Oh, lots. Hoffman, California Fabrics, Robert Kaufman, Timeless Treasures. Banyan has gotten into doing some nice boutiques, so we've gotten with them. We do a lot of Free Spirit with Kaif and Tula. And we know we can't have it all, but it looks like we're trying.
Yeah. It does.
So what we figure we've got about 6,000 bolts. We do classes, and we also sell Husqvarna Viking and Pfaff sewing machines. So we have owners classes also. We are just getting back into the in-person classes. We had a beginning quilting class on Saturday, and the ladies loved it. The camaraderie. It's a social thing. It's set up downstairs in our classroom. We take and put everything new that has come into the shop for that month, put it up on the wall, and then Melissa and I stand up there and talk about all of this. We have 30 to 35 ladies that come. It's coffee and cookies. If they bring a show and tell and stand up and talk about it, then they get a free fat quarter. And it goes for an hour and a half. And
That
it's
sounds
just
like so much fun.
Oh, it is. It's just a blast. And people missed it so much. And we were grateful that they all came rushing back.
Yeah, no
So
kidding.
that's been good. We have been working on our website for years. Finally got somebody that could really help us. And we've got carts on our website. We participate in the Fab Shop Hop now. And there's going to be, I should plug in for here, an in-person North and South Dakota shop hop, quilting across the Dakotas, and we're participating in that.
Okay, so we got to talk a little bit about the beautiful quilts behind you.
Yes.
The Joanna Hoffman.
Joanne Hoffman, yep.
And
She's from Hill City. She's a great designer. All of the Colleen's Garden, Beach Bums, the Dreamcatcher Runner, the butterflies, Dance of the Butterflies, all of these, and then all, what you can't see behind you, all of the round ones on this wall also. Her patterns are great. Raw edge applique. We kit them all for her. So, yeah, so you don't have to be hunting for everything. Some people like to hunt through their stash, but there's a lot of grab and go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works. And we try to keep ahead of it and keep them all kitted. And all of her new bench pillows too, that are hanging up on the wall out there. This is another local designer, Sue Geese. She's from Custer. There's a big quilt of this one hanging downstairs. Oh, and nice. This is called Cabin in the Hills Table Runner, but there's a whole quilt downstairs of all of the different cabins. And she did, for the Hill City Quilt Show, she did kind of the mystery. If you went to different local businesses in Hill City, you could get a pattern piece.
How fun.
Yeah. And so she designed it for that. So we are now selling that pattern and have her original downstairs. Very lucky with local designers. Down here we have the Journey Museum. We have the Geology Museum at the school mines downtown. Main Street Square, which has got really revitalized downtown Rapid City in there. There's water fountains and kids like to play in it during the summer. They put ice down for the winter so they can skate. And we're not too far from anything right here in the Black Hills.
Yeah.
Custer is 30 miles away. Mount Rushmore is just 20 miles. Hill City is 20. It's a real good central place
Yeah, definitely.
to be. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
So-
thank you so much. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you.
And
I appreciate you stopping.
absolutely.